Good merry morning again. I'm just going to adjust the camera. Okay, there we go. So, it's another beautiful day in Vancouver, although it is ruddy cold for us. -7 is too cold for Vancouver. But hey, we're out, it's sunny, and all is good. So we wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up video on my Your Life's Purpose video from yesterday, because someone lovingly told me, this is awesome, I love the concept, but I don't understand how to live my life. First of all, that's a little scary a statement when you don't know how to live your life, but I understand that that's truly a big question for most people, because if you knew how to do it, you'd probably do it, or you wouldn't. And then you wouldn't have to ask the life purpose question. So let me give you some really cool tips about living your life. It's about feeling. It's really about feeling. So if you feel fully present and in your joyful and your light and everything's like gushy and good, and you have this sort of vibration of excitement in you, or awe, or you stop looking at your phone, or you stop looking at the clock, and you're not running ahead thinking what else I could be doing at this moment, then you're living. The instant that you start looking at your phone, looking at the clock, going, God, I could be somewhere else, or I've got a long laundry list of things to do, you're not living, you're waiting, or you're preparing to live, which is another problem a lot of people have, is this preparation for life. Okay, I've got to get the safety kit done, I've got to make sure there's enough savings so I can wait till I'm like 55 or 65, and then I can start to live, because I have to amass a certain amount of something so that I can live. And there's so many sayings out there that talk about, life is the journey, life is this and life and that. And the reason they're there is to remind us that that's the truth. Life is what you are doing every moment. Living is when you feel it, express it, and be it, and you dive into it. And you no longer have a feeling of something constraining you or constricting you. The instant you feel that tightening in your chest, in your throat, in your hands, or some body part, you've jumped out of living, and you're either waiting or preparing. And it's not really a waiting game or a preparing game, and you're missing so much when you're doing those two things. I mean, yes, there are certain things that we have to make sure are done, but you can do them while you're living. You can go pay your bills with joy and lightness, because, hey, I made enough money doing something I love, or I called it enough money, or damn it, this is just really cool that we have these things available to us. Eventually, the more of us that sort of live, we let go of those constraints as a society, and we recognize that we don't need to be controlled by money. I really encourage you. I am in love with Michael Tellinger, who is the founder of the Ubuntu movement, and my goal and everything that I am moving towards is to really move us into an Ubuntu world. And I love to say the word, by the way. Just say it, Ubuntu. It's so much fun. See, look, living right there, because it's awesome. Just something as simple as that, and you've expressed joy and light. That's living. So you can find living in a book. You can find living in your garden. You can find in those moments. And they're usually in the things that our society at this moment don't deem valuable, which I find ironic, because we're all striving and dying to be living, but we should be living to be living. And those moments, and we all know it, those moments when we're out for a walk, there's life, there's breath. Those moments when we're with our kids or our lovers, and we lose the illusion of time. We lose the illusion of constraints, and we're just fully enmeshed in life. And you know what is really exciting is we can live that way 100% of the time if we let ourselves do that. And it's a process. No, I don't recommend we all quit our shitty ass jobs right now, because we haven't built enough spiritual strength and integrity to live in a world yet of Ubuntu. Seriously, look it up, people. Oh my God, this is where we're going. I love him. And we're gonna get there, but how we get there is the process of living every moment we can possibly live as much as we possibly can. And that means being in that joy and that lightness and that happiness and those moments of connectedness, because it's another thing that we're missing in living is connecting with others. I was on the bus yesterday, riding home from working at the hat shop, which is just a joyful and wonderful job that I get to do right now. And I kind of had a good giggle because I'm watching everybody with these downtrodden, sad faces looking at their phones and just energetically screaming for connection, but not recognizing a soul beside them. And then one man on his phone talking so ridiculously loud in the mix of this, and everyone being annoyed by him because he's talking so loud. And it was just it's a really funny look at how we are living right now. And I love riding public transit sometimes just for that, because I love the interactions I get to have. And again, why not reach out to somebody on the bus sometime when you're traveling, or when you're talking, or when you're having a coffee? My greatest joys come when I'm intermingling with other human beings I don't even know, because I get to collect these awesome, beautiful stories and just connect. And that's life. It's connection. It's really weaving a bigger and bigger and bigger moment. And when we have these moments of beautiful connection, we all light up, and it's awesome. So when you're asking, how do I live? Look for the moments where you light up, where you feel joy and lightness and kindness. And that's how we live, and that's how we get our life's purpose, and that's how we move out of the constraints and the entrapments that we're in right now, is for constantly seeking that joy, those moments. Sometimes for me, it's a good cup of tea. Oh, nothing better than a good cup of tea. Or a moment where I get a message from somebody, like I had this morning from one of the women I'm working with, that we worked through a process with her that she needed to let go of her immaturity and her irresponsibility around finances because it's been holding her back. She grieved it, she let it go, and this morning when she sent me a message, she just got the biggest account that she's ever had with her new venture. And in that instant, you could feel the joy. She had so much lightness because she let go and she was present and she was living. It was beautiful. For me, that was exciting for her to share that with me. These are the moments we live for, and we seriously, honestly can be living them all the time. We just have to seek them out more and more until they are just so always there that we're so in them that we don't have to worry about it anymore. So I hope that answers the question of how to live. It's a good question, and it's almost far more important than what's my life purpose. So go live, and to live is to live lightly and joyfully and take every moment of bliss and be in it. Don't be looking for a way out of it. Don't be looking for a way to escape in it. But dive into that joy and that lightness and that connection. The connection is the key. When you connect, you have joy and you have lightness, and then you're living. Awesome. I'm going to go enjoy my grandpa and my dear beloved friends that I'm going to go hang out with today, and the glorious sunshine, and I'm going to live every moment of today. So both hands open. Bye.